Hey everyone, it's Rachel, author of Be Yourself and the Rest Will Follow. Happy New Year! It's so exciting. It's the first day of the new year. And it's my first solo video blog. And it's getting close to the Academy Awards. And I've got some pretty tight competition this year. Les Mis just came out, Lincoln. But I think I've heard that Meryl Streep is not nominated. So, I could have a good chance at Best Actress if this video goes well. But anyway, I have a question for you. How many of you, when thinking about this upcoming year, have thought about what you want to do over this year? Maybe you want to get a promotion at work, or maybe if you're a solopreneur, you're going to market yourself better so that you can get X number of new clients. Or maybe you're going to train so you can run your first 10K. And those are all great goals. And if you're like me, you have a lot of to-dos on your list. But I've got another question for you, and maybe it's one you haven't thought about quite as much. And that is, who do you want to be over the next year? And of course, I want you to want to be yourself, and beyond that, be your best self. But what other things do you have on or might you have on your to-be list? Maybe you want to be more kinder, or maybe you want to be more giving this year. Or maybe you want to be more inclusive this year, or more patient this year. It could be different for each of us. But as you're thinking about your to-bes, I would encourage you to think about, well, for example, if you want to be more giving this year, what action steps might you associate with that? Maybe you'll decide that, okay, I'm going to volunteer for at least one charity this year. I'm going to agree that I'm going to do one act of kindness for either a friend or maybe a complete stranger a month. Just thinking about different action items you can attach to those to-bes, and then of course following through on them and taking that action, because that's what it all comes down to, right? Not just our intentions, but our actions. So as you're approaching and thinking about the upcoming year, I hope that in addition to thinking about your to-dos, you'll also think about your to-bes. And speaking of one of my to-bes, I want to be more inspiring this year. I'm passionate about reminding women and girls to be themselves and to be their best selves. So I'm going to continue to try and create the best content that I can. And I'm going to ask you if you'll also do me a quick favor, that if you love my blog, or if you want to help me spread my mission of self-acceptance and love for ourselves and for others, I would love it if you would share my blog with a few of your friends. And if you're on Twitter, share it with your followers. And if you're on Facebook, share it with your friends there. I would love that, and I would appreciate it. I'd be so grateful. Now lastly, before we part, if you could do me one more favor, I hope I'm not asking too much, but I love hearing your comments, and I really want this to be a community. So if you could look down in the comment section below and tell me, what's one of your to-bes over the next year? What do you want to be? What's that for you? I'd love it if you'd share it with the Be Yourself community, and maybe we can all help you figure out how to get there. So anyway, see you next time. And until then, be yourself and the rest will follow.